Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to start with chapter number 6 of our play, The Tempest. So, in 5 chapters, we find out that Prospero and Miranda lived in an lonely island. Okay, so Ferdinand, he was son of the king of Naples. Okay, who was enemy of Prospero, okay, and friend of Prospero's brother Antonio. So the both Miranda and Ferdinand fall in love with each other. So in this chapter, Prospero he tried to test their love. So Miranda said this thing to his father Prospero that he is not a spy, okay, he is not here to harm them. So Prospero pretended to be very angry. He said, "Be quiet," he ordered her. "You're wasting your pity on a spy. You think that he is a fine figure of man because you have seen only Caliban. I tell you that there are thousands of men far finer than he is." So Prospero, he acted, that is, he's very angry. He ordered his daughter to be quiet, okay, and he said, "You are wasting your pity on a spy." Spy means jasus, okay. He said, "You are saying this thing because you have only saw monster Caliban. There are so many men finer than Caliban." She said, "Miranda, there may be." Miranda answered him quietly, "But I have no wish to see a finer man." She said, "No doubt there would be so many fine men, but I haven't any wish to see any of them. Come with me, come on, you have no power to disobey me," Prospero said to Ferdinand. So he said to Ferdinand that just come with me, you don't have any power, any right to disobey me. So indeed I have not. The prince had to admit he followed Prospero, but he kept looking back all the time at Miranda. He was filled with wonder. Okay, indeed, such much, he said, "I have not any right to say to disobey you." So he followed Prospero, and all the time he kept on looking at Miranda, and he was filled with wonder, with surprise. Is this a dream? He asked himself. Is it a beautiful, beautiful dream? Or he was so in love with Miranda that it seemed to him like a dream. "Oh, I can bear anything, this man's harsh word, my own strange weakness, anything, if only I can see this lovely maiden once a day." Maiden means girl. He said, "If once in a day I would have to see this lovely girl, I can bear anything. I can bear this man's harsh behavior too." Okay, so Prospero found some hard task to Ferdinand to perform. Prospero wanted to test Ferdinand's love for Miranda. Okay, so he gave him so many hard tasks to do. So first task was pile up these logs of wood. He commanded him harshly. Ferdinand obeyed him but soon grew tired. As he was a prince, he had never done before this kind of work that required so much physical strength. Okay, so he pile up logs of wood, लकड़ी, बड़े बड़े लकड़ी के pieces को इकट्ठा करने का काम he gave him. Okay, so he tired, exhausted. Miranda found him sitting exhausted by the logs. Exhausted means tired. Miranda saw that he is tired and he is sitting. Don't work so hard," she begged him. "My father is at his books. He would not come out of his study for 3 hours at least. Have a rest." Miranda saw him exhausted, sitting exhausted. She begged him that don't work so hard. My father is in his books room, okay, and he is not going to out of that place for 3 hours. Okay, so have a rest. But Miranda thought that her father was in his study, but he was not. He was invisible to them. He was standing nearby and listening to all they said. So he was a magician. Prospero was a magician. He was just standing there near them, but with the help of his magic, he was invisible. Both the boy and the girl could not see him. He was delighted to find that they were so much in love. Prospero, he was very happy that both boy and the girl, Ferdinand and Miranda, love each other very much. Okay, rest of the chapter we will do in our life.